Once again, I welcome you all for this series of Searching the Truth. Once again, today we are going to look into a new truth. There is something which we really need to understand. From my childhood, whenever I spend time in prayer, this is what I have always learnt, that whenever I go to sit in my prayer time, it's very important that I listen to the voice of God. So it's like if God gives me a promise, okay, today God spoke to me. So that joy makes my day happy. But sometimes when I'm not able to listen to the voice of God, it's like it begins to break me. This has become a practice for everyone. Whether you're going to preach or you're going to talk in a conference or anything, there has always been a habit of, listening, okay, this is a promise which God has given for today. Okay, that is really good. But there is a difference between living by the promise of God and living by the knowledge of God. In Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, it says, "My people are destroyed from lack of knowledge." It is the lack of knowledge that destroys the people and not the promise. Today many people tend to say, okay, I have so much of promises in my life and I don't see God doing anything for me. None of the promises are being fulfilled in my life. The reason why you are not able to inherit your promise is because of the lack of knowledge of God. We tend to keep on living on the promise of God rather than going into the knowledge of God. Living knowledge of God makes you live. The promise of God is for you to inherit. All our hope and all our faith put upon the promises of God, but not on the knowledge of God. The Holy Spirit is inviting us to put our faith and hope into the knowledge of God and not on the promise of God. See, if you put your hope and faith on the knowledge of God, it will be very easy for you to inherit the promise of God. Whenever I go and pray for someone and I say the promise of God, I have seen many people telling me, I know God has already spoken to me. I have many prophecies like that. But I am still waiting. Nothing is happening in my life. But the knowledge of God will tell you how to inherit the promise. It is not just the promise which is enough. It is the knowledge of God that is needed. We are called to live by the knowledge of God and not wait for the promise of God. If you have the knowledge, it will not make you wait. You will possess the promise even faster than you think it is. I believe this word will bless you. Thank you.